All right. Good evening, everybody. Good morning if you're joining from anywhere in the western part of the world. This is SBO Learning and Unlearning series. Today is December 8th, Saturday evening, 7 p.m. IST. And we are continuing our series of learning and unlearning with the fourth session under season 2. We are glad to have dear Aruna, who is one of the renowned yoga instructor and wellness coach in Chennai, and she also travels across to spread what she wants to do, right? So the overall combining season 1 and 2, we are glad that this is the 10th session overall since our start. We are joined by Ganesh, Rekha, myself, Madanesh, Manikandan, Jivita, and Aruna. We're expecting four more folks to join. I've started recording as well. Aruna, over to you, and maybe you can flash if at all you have a material, but or over to you. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much, Madanish. First and foremost, amazing work, Madanish. I really want to take this moment to appreciate you for taking the initiative and doing this so diligently, like the kind of follow-ups that you do, like respects. It's not easy. Thank you so much for doing this for all of us. And I'm very happy that finally I'm able to be here because even though I start the meeting. Unfortunately, I've never been in a position to attend the meeting due to various commitments. I've never been at home for season 2 at all. So I'm glad that I'm here. And thank you, everybody, for your time on a Sunday to come and listen to what I have to share with you. So today's session, I think it comes at the right time, end of the year, beginning of the new year. Usually, we all get very hyped up about the new year, and we want to, and there is this innate human urge to become better and better versions of ourselves, right? So that is I think it's a very basic human need that drives most of our thoughts and actions. And we always want to be better than where we are currently, isn't it? So that's why we aspire to learn more, we aspire to earn more, we aspire to have better social life, we aspire to have better relationships. So we are we are never, what to say, content where we are, and it is a good thing, right, to be happily dissatisfied with where we are so that we can become the better and better versions of ourselves. So today's session, I hope it is it gives you some food for thought to whatever aspirations you have for the coming year, and maybe give you some direction as to what you want to do to make yourself a better version of where you are currently, right? And it is a never ending thing. So that is what I wanted to share with all of you today. And okay, and before that, I'm not going to teach any yoga. Okay, so I'm just giving that disclaimer. We are not going to do any yoga. But having worked in this field for I did my teacher training exactly 9 years ago, and I've been teaching yoga ever since, and in a full-fledged manner since 2019. And having worked with so many people, I understand what are all the major challenges we have in this stage of life, particularly where we have career demands, family demands. As parents, we have so much responsibilities, and even as children we have so much responsibilities as our parents are aging, and most of the times we end up being the primary caregiver. And of course we have our spouse, and apart from that we have a relationship with ourselves. So balancing all this is one of the major challenges that we face in this stage of life. And this is also the time where our 20s, the bodies that we had in our 20s is no longer there, right? Like you cannot abuse it anymore. Like the late nights start showing up, your energy levels start declining, and slowly things like sugar, BP, all of this start creeping in little by little. I hope none of us have it, by God's grace, and we should not have it also. But I work with people who are in their early 30s who have diabetes, who have blood pressure, stress, and so many other things. So this is the age where our other responsibilities take the focus away from ourselves, and kind of make us put our health into the back burner, right? So what do we do to ensure that it doesn't happen? Because only when our cup is full, we will be able to do whatever responsibilities that we have in the most fulfilling manner, right? You can't pour from an empty cup, isn't it? When you yourself are low in energy, and you're irritable and your child cries, you are not going to be a patient parent. You just want to go and slap them. Keep quiet. Like, I'm being very honest over here, isn't it? So how do you ensure that you keep your cup full? So that's what I wanted to share with all of you. I have a presentation, but it's just more like a reference, but I want it to be a little more interactive today. Okay, so before I dive into that, I would really be happy to hear what are all the things that you do for yourself in a day. எனக்குன்னு நான் இது பண்ணிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு என்ன பண்றீங்க? If you can unmute and share, it'll be great. Anything. It need not be your health related thing also. Anything.
I will start.
Yes.
For the past 2.5 years, I've been doing which I have not been doing, which is a morning person. So my day starts anywhere between 3:30 to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Whenever I wake up, and this is without alarm.
Super.
Secret behind that, I will let you know maybe during the reunion.
Right. Newborn, obvious.
No. I said 2.5 years. So last 2.5 years. So you have not been listening. Okay. So early morning is a different world altogether. It brings different perspectives. It gives you the me time. And maybe 6 months prior, I realized that the first 4 hours I don't talk to anybody. Whether I talk to myself is a different philosophical question, but I don't talk to anybody. I don't open my mouth, but I still spend time, right? Doing what? XYZ. Right. So I've not been a yoga person. I do some asanas, what I used to learn in a very minimal school education in Madurai before I came back to SBOA, after I left SBOA, right? And then I do cycling little bit, etc. here and there. But one thing, if I can call out, early morning, getting up and then getting your day started has unlocked multiple dimensions inside me. So that is one thing that I would want to share here. Thank you.
Fabulous. That's really very inspiring, Madanish. Excellent. Who else? What do you do for yourself? எனக்குன்னு நான் இது பண்ணிக்கிறேன். What do you do? Yeah, Rekha.
எனக்குன்னு I have சில habits. I journal every day. அது gratitude journal பண்ணுவேன். And meditation.
Very nice. Beautiful. How has it helped you?
It will give you like how blessed you are. நம்ம actually இந்த ஃபீல்டில் இருக்கும்போது we always listen to lots of difficulties what other people used to do. ஸோ அதை பார்க்கும்போது நமக்கு ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் ஒவ்வொரு பாயிண்ட்டை நம்ம கிராட்டிடியூட் எழுதும்போது நமக்கு சுற்றி எவ்வளோ பிளெஸிங்ஸ் இருக்கு அதை நம்ம
Beautiful. Fantastic. What else? Others, Ganesh, Manikantan, yes.
Hey Aruna,
Hey.
I used to wake up by 4:15 most and early morning and the climate earlier walk போறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கும். That I enjoy.
Fantastic.
5 மணிக்குள்ள எந்திரிச்சு no rain எந்த trouble இல்லைன்னா I go out for a walk and அந்த டைம் இருக்கிற அந்த silence I enjoy a lot.
Fabulous. Super.
So,
yes.
அந்த டைம்ல ஏதாவது மியூசிக் கேட்டு புக் எல்லாம் கூட நான் என்ஜாய் பண்ணுவேன் படிக்கிறதுக்கு. No
Very
disturbance, nothing, I enjoy that a lot.
Super. Yes. Yeah, Ganesh, Abhinaya, Marigan.
I do nothing, Aruna. Maybe walk once or twice a week on the treadmill, watching TV.
Okay.
I'm a very unhealthy guy. So what do I do for myself? Maybe weekend a drink with a friend.
Okay.
That gives me pleasure. That's it.
Very nice. Something you're doing for yourself still. So that's
Yes,
good. Yeah.
A lot of things, but not towards being healthy.
Okay. That's okay.
And that's okay, right?
Everything has to
That's
be
a different branch. Are we
Right.
doing something is the first question here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've come here to figure out what others do so that I can be
So
better.
now you've got some ideas, I hope.
Yeah. Right.
Good. Yes, Abhi. Unmute பண்ணிக்கோ.
Night after dinner, I walk.
So that's your me time.
I mean, I have other me times, but
no, it's nothing about health or anything. Just what is it that you do for yourself?
After lunch, it's my me time only. From 3, no, after lunch, I have to feed her, I have to bathe her and all. But after 3:30 till 6:30, it's my me time only.
Okay, what do you do?
I watch videos, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not guilty about it, but I want to read instead of watching videos, but I end up watching videos.
That's okay.
Than reading.
That's okay. But that's nice. Good that you're having time away from your little one. So
yeah,
that's really nice. Yeah. Yes, Manikandan.
Oh, Nanda Lasta. Okay. Again, one plus with all these two guys, Ganesh or Abhi. So my me time morning எடுத்துக்க முடியாது child rush அது இதுன்னு. So night after 11 till 10 to 11:30ish, not healthy stuff, but அது 10 to 11:30 நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணாலும் வந்து ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக ஒர்க் பண்ணுவேன். பட் இட் வில் பி ரஷ் ஹவர். நல்லா ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக ஒரு 1 வீக் பேக்லாக் அந்த 1.5 ஹவர்ஸில் முடிப்பேன். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் ஒன். ஆர் ஐ ஜஸ்ட் டூ சம்திங் எல்ஸ் மீன் லைக் என்னெல்லாம் பெண்டிங் ஒர்க்ஸு அந்த மாதிரி, இல்லை மொபைல் ஆப்வியஸ்லி. பட் அது என்னோட கொஞ்சம் ஆக்டிவ் டைமாக இருக்கும். அதுதான் நான் மீன் டைமாக கன்சிடர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன்.
Okay.
11:30, if I am awake and I am doing something, that is my active time. It may be work or maybe doing some nonsense. Walk எல்லாம் முடியல.
That's okay.
தூங்கிடுவாங்க.
We are not talking
அதனால
about.
நான் வெளியே போக முடியாது. Sometimes we are out in beach at that time. Night 10 o'clock நாங்க பீச்ல இருப்போம். So 11:30 போலீஸ் துரத்தும் போது தான் கிளம்புவோம். So அது அவர் டைம். சம்டைம் எங்க மீட் கூட.
Fantastic. That's so nice. So everybody, first and foremost, thanks for sharing. So what I want to laptop just give me 1 minute, huh? Sorry. So you all keep this in mind, and really wonderful shares, and we all could also get more ideas from others. So let's open my presentation. Are you able to see the screen? Okay. So how do we do this? How do we make time for health when we have no time? Right. So what are the things that we can do to take care of ourselves is what I wanted to share with all of you today. And in this, the first thing is we have 3 resources at our disposal. One is time, one is money, one is energy. Okay, so it is an interplay between 3 things. And we are at this age where we really have to focus on building our wealth, isn't it? Because unfortunately, unlike some of our parents, we don't get pension. We have to plan for our retirement. We have to ensure that we have enough for our retirement. We have enough for our kids' education. So a lot of time is spent on the pursuit of money, and which is what we have to do at this age and this stage of life. So, and the other thing that we have is time. Time is very finite. As we all know, we only have 24 hours in a day, and it's equal for everybody. And then there is another thing, which is the energy. So energy is what I want to really focus on today, because time and money, it's still very tangible, right? You can still measure your time. You can still count your money. These two are very, very tangible resources, very gross resource. Gross in the sense, they are very easily perceivable, isn't it? You know how much money you have, you know how much money you make, you know how much money you need. All these are very tangible values. Similarly, time is also a very tangible value. However, there is a very powerful yet not really tangible resource that we all have at our disposal, which is the energy. Right? So because it is not very tangible, we call this as a subtle resource. Right? Only we know how much energy we have in a day, isn't it? Of course, people can still say, oh, she's down or she's high on energy. All this people may somewhat be able to perceive, but it is only available to our own perception. Like, what is our energy level? Like, whether doing something is giving us energy or draining away our energy. All of this is very subjective and it is very subtle. However, it is this resource, the energy resource, that is going to determine how efficient and effective we are going to be in generating money and also in utilizing the time. Are you all with me till this? Is that making sense? Yeah. So most of the time, because energy is not a tangible resource, because energy is a very subtle resource, we don't really think about it. Like how we think about money and time, we don't really think about energy. It's not even there in our thought process most of the time, isn't it? So what I want through this session is for you to take your awareness a little bit more towards this aspect of your being, because once we master this, the other two fall in place very easily. Yeah, so that is going to be the core of the today's presentation, and we will also be seeing what are all the things that you can do to build your energy level. Okay, so that also I'll be sharing with you. No rocket science, okay, basic common sense, but I hope there will be some takeaway for you out of this. So this we all have seen many memes around this, right? Like when we are young, we have time and energy, we have no money. When we are in middle age, we have time, we have money and energy, but no time. And when we are old, we have time and money, but no energy. We've all seen this memes, right, in social media. But this is not actually true. If you notice, there are ways in which we can ensure that at whatever age we are, we stay high on energy. Okay, that doesn't mean that we go and climb Mount Everest every day, but it means that we get through our day with energy, with enthusiasm, with positivity, and with enough clarity in our thought process. Right? Have you all noticed? Now I want to ask all of you, I'll stop the screen sharing. Okay, now I want to ask something to all of you. Okay, so it's morning time. Okay, you've just woken up, you've just had your breakfast or whatever, and then suddenly somebody comes and says like, okay, you've not had your breakfast. Somebody comes and says, let's have pizza for breakfast, or let's have some chips and ice cream for breakfast. What do you feel? You will say no, right?
I will walk away.
But you'll walk away. Yeah, you'll walk away.
I wouldn't have it.
You would have
ஐஸ்
it.
கிரீம்க்கெல்லாம் வாக்கவே வாய்ப்பு இல்ல, பட் மத்ததுக்கெல்லாம் ஓகே.
Okay, so the same.
Definitely no.
Definitely
no.
But then at the end of the day, you've had a very long day. வேலையில வச்சு செஞ்சாச்சு, பசங்களும் வீட்ல வச்சு செஞ்சாச்சு, அம்மா அப்பா have been pulling you on all sides, and your spouse has been behind you, and then finally everybody has gone to sleep, and now it is your time, and now somebody comes and says, let's have pizza. What do you feel like doing?
Yes.
Definitely yes.
You're like, dude, I deserve this.
But not for pizza, but for chocolate.
Whatever. I mean, I gave pizza as an example. Let's not get into it. So what I'm trying to say is, we know that it is not something that's going to be good for our health, and we have the ability to say no at the beginning of the day. But the same thing only, but we don't say no at the end of the day. Why?
We get dragged on all sides, and our energy gets drained.
Exactly. Our energy goes. We don't have the energy anymore. Then what do you say? You and willpower, I don't have any control. All this we come and say, right? I don't have
control.
So
energy 10% drain ago.
Yeah. So what we have to realize is, when we have enough energy, right, we make better decisions. We make better choices for ourselves. We are able to say no to the right things. We are able to say yes to the right things too, right? But the same person only, it's not that suddenly night aanone na chandramukhiya mari adalla odole. It's just the same person, right? But I still make different choices at the end of the day, simply because my energy is all gone. I don't have that energy to stick to my convictions. I don't have the energy to stick to my will, isn't it? And the will also gets depleted as we go through the day, because we have already wasted it everywhere. I won't say wasted it, we have utilized it. So how do we replenish this energy all through the day, so that we don't end up making the wrong choices for ourselves? That's what we want to work towards. We all know, see, everybody knows what you have to do to take care of yourself. What are all the basics? Come on, tell me. You have to sleep on time. You have to get adequate sleep. What is the other basic? You have to eat the right food, isn't it? Balanced food, nutritious food, maximum home cooked food. We all should eat that. We all know. We have to give some amount of movement to our body in a structured manner, so that the body is taken care of. And we have to ensure that we fill our mind with good things, right? So that the mind also stays healthy and positive. It's the basics. We all know this. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? We all know. Is this rocket science? Very, very basic. But still, why are we not able to do this?
Laziness.
Why laziness about this? You know it is good for you. Why are you being lazy about it? Why?
No reason.
Maybe we prioritize something else.
Yes, we prioritize something else. And usually what happens is when we think that other things are more important than ourselves, we will keep putting our energy towards the other things. And I want to take 1 minute to share something that has happened in my own life personally. Okay, and maybe it will be what to say, இவ பண்ண தப்ப நம்மளும் பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கு நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா I'll feel very happy. So what happened was, since 2023, my father has been falling very, very sick and getting hospitalized every year. So for one reason or the other, right? And every time he gets hospitalized, it's like that 1 week, 10 days in the hospital, then you come home and then the post-hospital care, all this running around and everything. And plus it's a lot of mental load, right? I'm the only child and my parents live with me. So that 1 or 2 months, that's it. I'll do my work. I'll be running after my child. She's turning 6 in March. And then I have to take care of my dad. So what happens at this time is, it has been a pattern where I completely neglect my health. I just like say, fuck it. I just have to keep my head above water. Okay. And then what do I do to distract myself from all the, because when your dad is sick, you think of all the unnecessary things, right? The worst case scenarios are always playing around in your head, isn't it? So then what do? You have to distract yourself from it. So what is the easiest way we distract ourselves from our own thoughts?
Divert ourselves.
Isn't it? Obviously, right?
I was about to say 2,800, but sorry.
No, I can't, because I still have to wake up every day and teach a class, and I have my kid, and yeah, 2,800.
Not just mobile, we will divert ourselves with actual day-to-day work.
And what else? What else?
Day-to-day work,
Emotional eating.
regular stuff, and
Emotional
then
eating, yeah.
Emotional eating.
Sridevi is just sitting this side. She's telling emotional eating. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure girls, you will be able to relate to this more.
Emotional
So
eating.
you won't believe it when I say so. In 2023, when my dad was hospitalized and all this drama was happening, night was the only time I could get for myself. So I used to scroll the mobile, and you know what I used to eat at that time? I used to eat milk powder. I used to eat milk powder, seriously. And Jan 2024, guess what happened to me? I got terrible wheezing and asthma attack because of overconsumption of sweets, and because I didn't move my body enough. Just give me one. Sorry, I had to. Okay, so because I hadn't moved my body enough and I was over consuming sweets, I had terrible asthma attack. Of course, the weather was also like this. I had to be rushed to the emergency to give me that injection to break the wheezing. Okay, so this is because, because of the carbon dioxide and water buildup within my body. Okay, so did I learn my lesson? No, I didn't. I didn't learn my lesson. 2024, again, my dad was hospitalized, same October time. And this time also, it was very chaotic, fraught with all tension and worry and all of that. And post the hospitalization, my dad started showing symptoms of Parkinson's, though touchwood he doesn't have, but so many complications were there. We were constantly going to the doctor and all of that. And again, I completely neglected my health. Okay, so but this time I didn't eat milk powder, thank God. I didn't do that because I at least learned that lesson. But again, I completely neglected my practice, whatever I have to do to take care of myself, because I was so focused on taking care of my dad, right? And then again, I felt very sick. I had typhoid, and it was just very chaotic, because I didn't eat right. I didn't sleep enough. I was just abusing my body again. right? And then again in March 2025, my dad fell very, very sick. We thought we were going to lose him, but this time I had learned my lesson. So even during his hospitalization, after coming back home, we had to literally nurse him for almost 2 months. But this time I was like, okay, everything, let it happen as it happens. Let me focus on my health. So I was very regular with my meditation, with my pranayam, with my practice. I even enrolled with another teacher and started practicing under a teacher so that I stay consistent with what I have to do. And I was also like, so many changes were happening in my business. I was expanding my team. All this were happening. And then my mom broke her collarbone. Right after my dad became all right, my mom broke her collarbone and she was like completely out of action for 2 months, which means I had to take care of the entire household. But thank God I had learned my lessons. I did what I had to do, but I also ensured that I took care of myself. And this enabled me to ensure that I didn't fall sick, right? I was in a position where I could do what was needed out of me for my daughter, for my parents, for my husband, for my business, and for myself too, right? So I don't want any of you to go through this. Like, don't wait till it really comes and hits you till you start taking care of yourself. I don't want any of you to go through what I went through. I want all of you to take that time, manage your energy so that you are never in the position that I am in and you are always on top of your game. See, life is going to happen. People are going to fall sick. We are going to face challenges. There is no escape from it. But the only thing that is in our control is how we are managing ourselves, how we are managing our energy, how we are managing our time, how we are managing our health, right? So that is there under our control. So this is the reason behind me choosing this topic also today, because end of the year, it's a good time for us to reflect and also kind of plan our day, plan our lives on how to start prioritizing. So is it making sense as to, what is the purpose behind this thing? So now let me quickly share with you certain things. I want you to do this activity now, okay? Okay, I'm going back to the same graph. Okay, so you see, you forget about what is there inside this quadrant, okay? So think of activities that takes a lot of your time and also gives you a lot of money, okay? And think of those activities that takes a lot of your time but takes away a lot of your money. Understood? So, and then think of those activities that doesn't take too much of your time but takes a little bit of your money. And then think of those activities where you invest less time but you make more money. Okay, and now do you all understand? So this quadrant is going to be those activities that's taking your time and giving you money. This quadrant is going to be those activities that is not giving you money, but it is taking your time. This quadrant is going to be those activities that takes your time, takes your money, both of it, okay? And takes your money, but does not take your time. And this is going to be those activities that is not going to take too much of your time, but gives you a lot of money. Okay, you don't have to share anything with me. Just think about it. What are all the activities that you're doing that falls under, most of it will fall under these quadrants. Okay, think about it. Okay, take your time. Or maybe you can do it later also. And there is also another thing I want you to do in a very similar manner. Instead of money, think of replace money with energy in all these places. So things that takes a lot of time and gives you a lot of energy, things that takes a lot of time but also drains your energy, things that takes less time and drains your energy, things that takes less time but gives you more energy. Think of it in terms of time and energy, time and money, okay? Do this as an activity at the end of the session or maybe whenever you find time, and map your day-to-day activities in this. For example, if I were to say for myself, high time and high money, this is going to be my business. Yoga-Darshini related activities, my teaching time, the time I spend for my business is going to be, I invest a lot of time, but I also get a lot of money out of it, right? High time, but takes away my money. So this is going to be all the family related stuff, right? The time I invest on my child, time I invest on my parents, all of this, it takes a lot of time. It also takes money out of it, right? So things that give me high money but takes low time. So this will be all my passive income generating activities like, investing or, outsourcing some of my works. All this will come there. Things that, takes money but also has less time. This will be all this, what to say, menial chores, everyday chores, right? It takes money and it is also takes less amount of time. But I also spend time and money are interchangeable, right? So every time that I'm not investing in my business is the money that I lose, right? All these everyday boring chores that I have to do. So we have to if you can just map it in this manner, then you will know what are all the activities that you can delegate, what are all the things that you're doing unnecessarily that is not giving you anything in return. Of course, you can't delegate any of this, like family stuff, you can't, but you just build that awareness. Similarly, I want you to do an activity with energy and time. What takes your time and what takes your energy. That
Sorry to
also,
interrupt, Rana.
yeah.
So, in the right hand, left hand side bottom, low to low.
Low to
Exact
low.
சொல்லுங்க அதுக்கு.
Yeah, low to low is it is not taking a lot of money. It is not taking a lot of time also. So those will be for me personally. It will be like my everyday mundane activities.
Like dropping off kids in the school, right?
Like துணி மடிச்சு வைக்கிறது, துணி உணர்த்துறது, வீட clean பண்றது, all these things.
Okay, day
Stuff
to day
like that.
activity,
Yeah.
useless ன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, but you
Useless
have to do,
சொல்லக்கூடாது.
Yeah,
but
nothing is useless, but these, once I figure out, I can start delegating it.
okay.
Even in work, there will be like for example, attendance mark பண்றது for my students, right? That's a low money, low time, but I can still delegate it to somebody else to do it instead of me sitting and marking attendance every day for students. So things like that. So it differs for everybody. That's why I gave my example. But you all think about it. Make an audit of your time, energy, and money, and see where it is getting this. And in terms of energy, also it's very different. Like for example, it takes time. And it also there are some activities like it takes my time, but it also gives me energy. Like my hobbies, like if you ask me, I like playing with art. So that's not giving me any monetary benefits, but it gives me energy.
The me time things.
Yeah, those things will come here. So it's very personal for everybody, but I want you to do this audit for yourself. If possible, I will share this presentation also with you so you can think about it at a later point and figure. So first step is for us is to build this awareness as to where we are spending our time, energy, and money. We have to map it. We think we know number life dane, but it's really not like that. So many things we do without even our awareness that we don't know where our energy and time is being spent. Okay, so first you map this quadrant. And the second thing that I want you to be aware is that the hierarchy of these resources. Okay, so the most precious resource we have is our energy. Second most precious resource is our time. Third most precious resources are money. When we have energy, we become so efficient that we get things done faster. Like I'm sure Madanish, morning times you are so much more productive, right? Manigantan, you just told that 10:30 to 11, 10 to 11:30 time, you get things done so much faster than what you normally do, right? So when you have more energy, you are creating time because you are that much more faster, that much more efficient. And similarly, when you create that much more time, you are making more and more money, isn't it? Because time is literally money. So energy is the most precious resource that we have, and whatever we do, we have to ensure that the energy remains high, right? So we have to make our decisions accordingly. But even before we go to the energy, the second thing that I want you to do after you do the energy quadrant is to do a time audit. Okay, so this is something that I have personally done. And I keep doing it whenever there is a change in my routine, whenever there is a change in my family situations or my business situation, I do this time audit approach. For 1 week, I divide my day into 4 parts. From waking up to 10 a.m., 10 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to sleep time. Okay, so this works for me. You figure out what time this thing works for you, and literally write down what all you are doing in those time slots. It can be even something as mundane as I'm sitting and scrolling the mobile. I went for a walk. I ate this. I shopped for groceries. Whatever it may be, right? Just for 1 week, but you have to do it without any judgment, without altering anything in your existing pattern. When you just open an Excel sheet and just start typing it, the kind of insights that we give by just looking at the sheet will be like amazing. You will be like literally mind blown. Let me see if I can share it with all of you. I have it. I recently did this.
I think the bottom note is very good summary. Patterns emerge revealing actual versus perceived time allocation.
Yes. See, can you all see this? This is literally what I did.
We are still seeing the slide.
Oh, wait.
You might need to share the entire screen.
Yeah. So I would highly recommend you to do this for 1 week though, okay? Not just for 1 day. So this is like for 1 week. Can you all see this now?
Yeah.
I just wrote it. Monday, Sunday to Sunday I wrote.
Wow.
Okay, so it gave me so much insight as to, and I also tracked my wake up time and my sleep time. Most of us have a choiceless wake up time because we have routines that demand for us to be awake by a certain time. But this, trust me, it really gives you so much insight on where you are losing time. When we say எனக்கு டைமே இல்லைன்னா இது பண்ணா தெரியும் எங்க டைம் எங்க போகுது அப்படிங்கிறது நமக்கு அப்பட்டமா தெரிஞ்சிரும். Okay, it's like it literally spotlights what's happening in your day, right? So I would recommend all of you to do this first. Please do it.
It's a vulnerable exercise. Not everybody.
You don't have to share it with anyone. You just have
No,
to
even to do ourselves, you will have to open something from here.
Yes. You have to be. Don't judge yourself. Okay. Imagine as if you are watching yourself. Like, think that you are your own child. Okay. I used to think Nanda Aruna oda amma, and I am just noting down Aruna ennalam pandra andha naleki. So then I'm not judging myself. I'm looking myself from the eyes of a loving person, a kind person who cares for me, right? So when you do this exercise, you will know where you are leaking time. First is to build that awareness. And when you know where you're leaking time, then you will know how to make time for other important things in your life. Okay, so கேக்குறதுக்கு போரிங்கா இருக்கும் பட் பண்ணா நமக்கு ஐயோ அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஃபீல் வரும்.
ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு எக்ஸல்லாம் கிடையாது, நான் எப்பவுமே பென் பேப்பர் தான். So I write it down.
See, writing down this I'm saying, like literally write down everything that you do. நான் போய் குளிச்சேன், சமைச்சேன், சாப்பிட்டேன், தாய் வாங்கினேன்.
ரேகா எக்ஸாம்பிள் வந்து நீ அந்த உன்னோட டெய்லி ஜர்னலிங்கோட சாம்பிள் காமிச்சு இல்லையா? ஆர் அது வேற.
She's showing her to do list. To do இது பண்றாங்க.
To do is
this is not to do. This is
a looking backward. Each minute if possible, but minute is too much. But at least on an hourly basis.
Yeah, hourly basis தான் நான் பண்ணுவேன். Okay. Hourly basis.
Super. So, but it should not just be about your work. It should be about all aspects of you. Friends ஓட வெளியில போனேன், உட்கார்ந்து படம் பார்த்தேன், everything. சும்மா விட்டதை பார்த்துட்டு உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருந்தேன். What it is, you write it. Okay, then you will know where you have time, where you can find time and put that time into good use. Okay, so this is something that I would recommend all of you to try it, then you will know. இதுக்கு மேல நான் சொன்னேன்னா அதுல மஜா கிடையாது, நீங்க பண்ணி பாருங்க. And then I want to share a couple of things on how to manage your energy. Okay, so yeah, after 1 week patterns, so actual and perceived time allocation appada namak theriyum. Till we do this, no, we will be assuming certain things, but only when we have data in front of us we will, I'm sure all of you here are people who work with data. Most of you here are people who work with data. So data doesn't lie. So get the data right. So then what I want to do is, what I want you all to try and do is, similarly, have an awareness about your energy leaks and energy giving activities. This will take a little bit more awareness. In a time activity pannite, when you do all of this, you will understand what are all the things that are draining my energy in my everyday life, and what are all the things that is giving me energy in my everyday life. And when you identify that, obviously, then it becomes a no-brainer for us to reduce the things that are draining our energy and do more and more of the things that is giving us energy. Why should we do that? We already saw, when we have more energy, when we are operating from a higher energy level, we automatically take better decisions, make better choices for our lives, have more mental clarity, emotional stability. All of this comes into play. Okay, so konjam and the awareness build pannikonga. But this is very subjective and very intuitive, if I can say that. And after doing the time activity, do this. Don't do this first, because doing the time activity will build that self-awareness to do this in a much more effective manner. And yeah, so then I thought I will share a couple of things, some 7-8 things that you can do if you're not already doing, to ensure that your energy level remains high. So one is, fix your sleep pattern. Ensure you're getting minimum 7 hours of sleep every day. This is like non-negotiable. Even if you go to bed late, ensure you get that requisite amount of time, and ideally try to go to bed earlier. Okay, because our circadian rhythm works in accordance to the sun. So have a fixed bedtime as much as you can. Of course, weekends we will stay up late, all that is fine, but ensure you're getting adequate sleep. The most common mistake that I've seen from my experience is people want to start doing exercise without first getting enough sleep. That is like a sure shot setup for failure. Okay, so you will not succeed. I will give it to you in writing. Okay, any new mother who comes to me, I say, like, first you sleep, then you come. Aparma yoga kampatla. Okay, sleep is the most powerful thing that we can do for ourselves. Sleep enough, sleep well, and protect your sleep time. Okay, அது அப்படியே வந்து பத்திரமா பாதுகாத்து வெச்சுக்கோங்க. That is the game changer. That is the foundation upon which all other good habits can be built. The second thing that I want you to do is to stop multitasking. Don't multitask. That's our brain. See, you all know physiologically, the brain is the organ that consumes maximum energy, right? Dr. Rekha, you agree with me, isn't it? It's been brain literally consumes maximum energy that we have, and the brain is designed to focus. Okay, நம்ம சும்மா இங்கேருந்து அங்க அங்கேருந்து இங்க தாவிக்கிட்டே இருந்தோம்னா we are not going to be efficient. When you are doing one work, just do that work. Please keep your phone away. Don't check notifications. Don't do all of this. So nowadays, what I'm doing is I put my phone in a drawer, silent mode. I put it in a drawer, finish my work, and only then go and check my phone. And that has been like amazing. சமைக்கும்போது no phone, தோசை ஆக்கும்போது, பால் காய்ச்சும்போது, அப்பெல்லாம் phone எல்லாம் பார்க்கிறது கிடையாது. I just stopped, and it's given me so much peace, so much more energy. I don't feel drained out by doing all of this. So, and whatever other multitasking that you're doing, don't do that. Just focus on one thing at a time. Okay, so that is another way you can literally protect your energy from dissipating in 1,000 different directions. Okay, so that is something that you can try. And the third thing that I want you to do is to have a powerful morning routine. எழுந்துக்கும் போது, as Madanish said, alarm வச்சுக்கோங்க, but alarm snooze பண்ணாதீங்க. Don't snooze your alarm. Okay, snoozing your alarm is going to make you feel more and more tired. Because அந்த ஸ்னூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு படுக்கிற அந்த 5 நிமிஷத்துல பாடியும் ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்காது, மைண்டும் ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்காது. It's just going to make you feel after that. Okay, so set realistic alarms. 6 மணிக்கு தான் எழுந்துக்க முடியும்னா 6 மணிக்கு அலாம் வைங்க. 5 மணிக்கு அலாம் வச்சுக்கிட்டு அதை ஸ்னூஸ் பண்ணி 6 மணிக்கெல்லாம் எழுந்துக்கூடாது. Okay, set realistic alarms. Don't snooze. And once you wake up, don't wake up with a feeling like, ஐயோ இன்னைக்கு மண்டே, டப்பா கட்டணுமே, வேலைக்கு போகணுமே, அந்த ஃபீலிங்ல தயவு செஞ்சு எழுந்துக்காதீங்க. Please don't do that. wake up with so much joy. Like, we get to live another day, right? It's not guaranteed. Yeah, not like
Aruna, 1 minute.
Yeah.
வாக்கிங்க்கு என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் வருவாங்க. அவங்க மோஸ்ட் மண்டே ஐயோ எந்திரிக்கணுமே நான் வரல ஜீவிதான் ஒரே போட்டுருவாங்க. I just have a head company, hear some story or music and finish my walk and come off.
Super. Yeah, so never wake up with the feeling that ayyo it's Monday, ayyo I have to wake up, konja neram thoongano. No, you get to live another day. So wake up with gratitude, wake up with energy, because how you wake up sets the tone for the entire day. Shit may be happening in your life, okay, as it happens in all our lives at some point in time, but you still have the power of how you want to set the tone for the day. Set it up powerfully. Don't be like, oh, you don't do that. Just don't do it. Okay. Wake up with that. Yes, I have another day to live. Wake up with that feeling. All right. So, and have some morning routine. That's another first thing that we can do to ourselves. Okay. Alarm acha off பண்ணிட்டு phone அப்படியே வச்சிட்டு have some sort of a morning routine or a 2 minutes silence la உட்காரதோ, or as Rekha says gratitude journaling பண்றதோ, whatever. Have some routine, some me time for yourself in the morning. Even if you wake up like at the nick of the time la wake up pannalo, 1 minute take for yourself to settle yourself down, set yourself up for the day, and then open your phone. Alarm off panna kayoda WhatsApp open panna kudadu. Okay. How you start the day sets the tone for the entire day.
Or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, whatever. I just said, yeah. Just don't open your phone. Don't open your phone. Have a morning routine. Yeah, so that is
sorry to interrupt, Aruna. Couple of things, okay? I don't want to stop you. How much we just have 10 minutes. You have time?
Yeah, we are almost done.
Okay, you finish, then I will go up with my questions later.
Yeah, we are almost done. Then okay, then another thing.
Just that most of the days you have not got the chance to attend. Mani asked the most number of questions across all sessions. So
hey, much.
He's a good listener.
Madhanesh. Good listener, but question.
Good only. Yeah. I'm just telling because Varna has not got a chance to attend. Yeah. Okay.
Another thing is have some sort of intentional movement in your day. Many of you are already walking. Even when you are not doing anything physically, at least 5 minutes try to walk. வீட்டுக்குள்ளேயே கூட நடங்க, மொட்டை மாடியில நடங்க, ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு பண்ணுங்க. But 5 minutes, just sit and do joint rotations. What I can also do is share a video of what is the routine that you can do in your everyday life without taking any extra time out of it, right? Intentional movement, do it, because energy when we move, right, the energy also keeps moving, and that's how you keep the energy level up. அப்படியே உட்கார்ந்துட்டோம்னா energy அப்படியே டக்குன்னு செட்டில் ஆகி அப்படியே இருக்கும், நகராது. Okay, so keep it moving, keep it high by doing some intentional movement every day. இதுக்காக உடனே ஜிம்முக்கு போகணும், யோகா பண்ணணும் அதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்லலை. பண்ணீங்கன்னா great, please do it. பட் எதுவுமே எனக்கு பண்ண முடியலன்னா 5 நிமிஷம் at least do joint rotations, at least do 5 minutes of walking intentionally. இது என் உடம்புக்காக நான் பண்றேன்ற ஒரு இன்டென்ஷனோட பண்ணுங்க. Yeah, then this is something that has worked amazingly well for me, and for many of the people to whom I've shared this, it is taking pause times all through the day. Appappo or 10 minutes, or at least once in a day, 10 minutes, just do nothing. Don't walk, don't talk, don't watch your phone. You don't have to, it is not meditation time, okay? It is a pause time where you're just pausing and sitting. Either stare out of a window, look at the sky, or if you have a terrace, go to a terrace, or if you have somewhere where you can look at nature, okay? Intentional pause pannunga in your day. This intentional pauses help you process what is happening to you on the day. Okay, what is happening, unfortunately, is many of us, whenever we get any free time, we immediately distract ourselves with our phone. Okay, it is a bane that we all are experiencing as maybe the first generation of people who are having access to smartphones, right? Like literally nammalam valandadukku apparama da adu vandadu. So have this pause times through your day. நீங்க யோசிச்சு பாத்தீங்கன்னா we don't take it in our day. There won't be time where you are just சும்மா உட்கார்ந்து விட்டத்தை பாக்குற time. Have you had this? I don't think we do it at all. We don't do it at all. But when you do it, it is like literally replenishing yourself when you take that pause time. Okay, so please try to incorporate it in your everyday life, and of course try to spend time a little bit on the outdoors, like how Mani says he goes to the beach and all of that. At least go to your terrace, be out of the four walls. It really widens our perspective. And the last thing that I wanted to share is create your own sangha. Like how we have this beautiful community, have your own community where people uplift you, support you, encourage you. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சர்க்கிள் நம்ம சுத்தி கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்கணும், where we are not talking about people but we are talking about ideas, where we are talking about, you know, self development and how to become better versions of ourselves. Create that kind of a community around you, and be aware of what you're talking to yourself. Another thing that I've observed a lot in my students especially is the kind of internal dialogue that they have. So when we teach classes, we keep saying, oh, you're doing an excellent job, you're doing very well, superb work, all these things we say, genuinely we say, chumma sollanonu illa, genuinely we say. And so many people have come back and said, like, it has changed the way I speak to myself. Don't ever put yourself down. உனக்கு ஒன்றும் தெரியாது, நீ எப்போது இப்படிதான் பண்ணுவ, you know, you're useless. Never have such thoughts about you. Talk to yourself as if you will talk to the most amazing person in the world. Talk to yourself as if you will talk to your own child. You will never go and tell your child like நீ ஒரு தண்டோ, நீ எதுவும் பண்ண மாட்டேன்னு சொல்லவே மாட்டோம்ல. So talk to yourself in a very, very good manner. That is another way you can really boost your energy up. And the last thing is, set high standards for yourself. Petty thoughts, petty things எல்லாம் விட்டுருங்க. சில்லற புத்தி எல்லாம் நமக்கு தேவையே இல்லை. When we are thinking of lower things, energy also goes lower and lower and lower. Okay, the jealousy, போட்டி, அவன் இப்படி இருக்கான் பாரு, நான் இப்படி இருக்கேன் பாரு, நம்மளாம் அதெல்லாம் பண்ண மாட்டோம். But I just wanted to say, leave all those petty thoughts. Live a life of high value and high integrity. உண்மையே பேசுங்க. இது சொன்னா சிரிப்பா இருக்கும், but literally every lie that you say is weakening your body, because you know it is not the truth. Even simple things, ஆஃபீஸ்க்கு லீவ் போடுறோம், just say today I want to take leave. Don't say, oh today you know what happened, என்னோட மாமா ஊர்ல இறந்து போயிட்டாரு, so I'm just giving an example. Or we say, இல்ல எனக்கு வந்து பயங்கர தலைவலி, இல்லாததையே சொல்லணும். Just try to speak truth as much as you can. Live a life of high value. And when we do that, we integrate our being to such an extent that automatically we become people of high energy. So these are some of the tips that I wanted to share on how to boost your energy. And yeah, so when we do that, all aspects of our being, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, becomes holistic, and we become better and better versions of ourselves. And when we become better, the health is not just physical health, it's overall, right? So that's the way to take care of your health. So to summarize, the first thing that I want you to do is do the energy quadrant and the time money quadrant. Identify high energy, low energy, high time, low time, all of that. Second thing, do the time audit for 1 week, if at all you feel like, and notice where all you are wasting your time. And the third thing I want you to do is to, out of these things, tips that I shared, at least take one thing and start incorporating in your life. Be it a pause time, or setting a powerful morning routine, or having a good self-talk, or connecting with a high energy community. ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு எடுத்து அதை start implementing from today itself. New Year காகல வெயிட் பண்ண வேண்டாம். Just start implementing it right now, so that when we step into 2026, we have already built ourselves up to go to the next level. So yeah, so that's it from my end. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope there were some takeaways out of it.
Super. I think we cannot thank enough for the end of the closure of the year with you participating in this session. I think Mani has a question to start with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe a couple of questions. Okay. First.
Yeah, sure.
Bad person. Okay. So no me time. அதெல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டேன்ல. Okay, Ganesh சிரிக்கிறான். Maybe we both are in sync now. Thing is, தூங்கத்தே 10 o'clock தான். காலைல எழுந்தோடனே பையனோட ஸ்கூல் ரொட்டீன் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிடும்.
What time do you wake up?
10 இல்லை 11 or 12 மேபி ஒர்க் ஆல. ஓகே, வேக்கப் ஷுவர் 6:30 பண்ணி தான் ஆகணும், வேற வழி இல்லை. அப்போ இனாஃப் ஸ்லீப் பண்ணலன்னா வெளியே போக முடியாது, வெளியே போகலன்னா வாக்கிங் ஆகாது. இது ரெண்டும் கான்ட்ரடிக்டியா இருக்குல்ல.
So what I would, if I were you, what I would do is, if you're sleeping at 11:30, I will try to sleep at 11:15. I will still wake up at 6:30 only. But I don't know whether you're working from office or working from home.
Working from home, but
Okay.
hybrid, yeah. So sometimes
Hybrid. Doesn't matter. So what, நீ போயிட்டு வந்துட்டு பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட்லாம் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு try to walk inside your house for 5 minutes after your breakfast, after your lunch. That's going to help you with your blood sugar level also. It's going to ensure that your blood sugar doesn't spike, your body doesn't become insulin resistant. And somehow you're incorporating that movement in your everyday life. Start there. நம்ம வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும் போதே வந்தா நாங்க வந்து ஹீரோவா தான் நடிப்போம், ஃபாரின் மாப்பிள்ள ரோல்ல நடிக்க மாட்டோம்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஃபாரின் மாப்பிள்ளைய ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டு அப்புறமா ஹீரோ ஆயிக்கலாம். So basicsல start. Try to go to bed 15 minutes
அதெல்லாம் ஆரம்பிச்சிடுறோம்ப்பா, அதை கண்டினியூ பண்றதுதான் பிரச்சனை. Even go for
have an accountability partner. Have an accountability partner.
See, I also know where I lose time.
I volunteer.
Say பண்ணாம I know where I lose time. தெரியும், ஆனா அதுல இருந்து வெளிய வர முடியல.
Have an accountability partner.
இதுக்குதான் கேட்டேன்.
So what I did,
I will make your life miserable being that part.
So what I did was, I didn't, okay, it's not to promote or anything, but what we did was, I started something as a 12-week project in October, where we did this in a very structured manner. For only 20 people, I did this. So I literally hounded them, like, they have to, every week there will be a task. It's a habit building madri. And every Wednesday and Saturday I will check in. Enna panna நீ ஏன் பண்ணல எல்லாம் கேக்குறது தான் என்னோட வேலையே. அதுல have an accountability partner. That's how you will be out of your rut. Yeah. And give them that permission to really push you. அப்புறமா அவனங்க என்ன பார்த்து நீ இப்படி சொல்லிட்டல அப்படின்லாம் கோச்சிக்க கூடாது. நீ அந்த பர்மிஷன் கொடுத்துட்டு allow them to push you.
ஓகே, ஏன்னா ஐ டிராவல் டு பெங்களூர் நோ வந்தன். ஓகேவா, நான் எப்போ டிராவல் பண்ணோன்னே சைக்கிள் பிரேக் ஆகிடும். சைக்கிள் பிரேக் ஆச்சுன்னா திரும்ப சைக்கிள்குள்ள வரது ஒரு பெரிய வேலை எனக்கு. ஸோ obviously I know I'm not
See,
sticking
these
up.
are all okay. I will be
excuses.
honest. These are excuses. Stop giving excuses to yourself.
Okay.
And I think one strong saying that I have internalized right from my maybe 12th or early college is very intuitive, commonsensical, but common sense is uncommon. Right? If you keep doing what you are doing, you will keep getting what
you're getting. Absolutely.
Only way to get what you don't have is to do what something you have not done before. Right?
Yeah. So see, even if you go to Bangalore, whatever it is, நீ சாப்பிட்ட உடனே 5 நிமிஷம் எங்க நடந்தா என்ன உனக்கு பண்ணலாம்ல. எங்க உட்கார்ந்தாலும் you can do neck rotation, you can do shoulder rotation. இதெல்லாம்
இல்ல அந்த கம்ப்ளீட் ரெஸ்ட் டைம் எனக்கு டெஃபினட்டா இருக்கு. பிகாஸ் ஐ ஹேவ் a big French window in front of me. அதுல இருந்து அப்படியே வெளியே வேடிக்கை பார்த்தனா கொஞ்ச நேரம் பார்த்துக்கிட்டே தான் இருப்பேன். ஏன்னா there is birds going on. அது ஆல்ரெடி a part of my life. என் ஒர்க் அதுக்கு தான் இங்க சீட்டிங். இங்க ஒரு பெரிய French window, வெளியே ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது, வெறும் ட்ரீஸ் தான். So I just look at it. So அது இருக்கு. பட் இந்த ரொட்டீனை பிரேக் பண்றதுக்கு I am still struggling. Just
So start like இது வந்து மிஸ்ஸே பண்ண முடியாதுன்ற அளவுக்கு பார லோவா செட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So that it's a no-brainer for you to do.
Okay.
Walk for 1 minute. 5 minutes ஜாஸ்தியா இருந்தாலும் walk for 1 minute. 1 minute is a no-brainer, no? Like you can do it anywhere. Start there. Then it will compound.
எடுத்தோனே 10,000 ஸ்டெப்ஸ் போவேனா 5,000 2,000 போ.
நீ 500 ஸ்டெப் நட ஃபர்ஸ்ட்.
ஒரு மணி நேரம் 10,000 போக முடியலடா, 6,000க்கு தான் வருது.
போவான்பா, இப்பதான் போறது இல்ல. ஓகே, I will just retry. Yeah, thank you.
ஓகே, இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு சுத்தமா பயங்கர ஃபீவர், ஒண்ணுமே முடியலையா, சரி பெட்ல படுத்துட்டு நான் வந்து ஒரு 10 டீப் பிரெத்ஸ் எடுக்க முடியுமா? Do that. Don't give excuse to yourself. Just stop doing it.
Perfect. Got it. Sure.
And thank you for being so vulnerable and asking it, Manikandan. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. There is a section, right? We have a place to ask questions, and people have went
Yes.
through this. So, and again, you are a guru, like you know how to
No,
mold
no,
people.
அதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, நிறைய அடி
Mold
வாங்கியாச்சு.
பண்ணலாம்.
இப்படி எல்லாம் நீங்களும் அடி வாங்காதீங்கன்னு சொல்றேன்.
That's another way of telling it. Of course,
ஒரு
you
friend இருக்கேன்
molded
அதனால
yourself.
சாரி,
அது சொல்றதுக்குன்னு எங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு நீ இருக்க, நாங்களும் பட்டு அனுபவிக்கிறத படக்கூடாதுன்னு சுத்தோன்றத நீ சொல்ற, அவ்வளவுதான்.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
On new habit forming, I have got some very counterintuitive sort of a book, mini habits. இல்ல அட்டாமிக் ஹேபிட்ஸ்ல மினி ஹேபிட்ஸ்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவன் தான் சொல்றான், நீ 10 புஷ்அப்ஸ்லாம் 1 புஷ்அப்ஸ் பர் டே டார்கெட் வை. 1 புஷ்அப்ஸ், ஒரே ஒரு 1 புஷ்அப்ஸ் ஒரு 10 நாள் செய். Then it will, and he also talks about நீ உன்னோட இதுல வந்து எனர்ஜி கிரேட்டர் தேன் டைம் கிரேட்டர் தேன் மணி போட்டிருந்தல. அவன் 2 தான் சொல்றான். வில் பவர் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், மோட்டிவேஷன் இஸ் நாட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். மோட்டிவேஷன் வந்து
and willpower is directly tied to your energy.
Yes.
See, நம்ம வந்து this is another நீங்க ஆக்சுவலா இன்ட்ரோஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணலாம். we use our willpower in so many things. Every time we do something that we don't like, we are dissipating our willpower, and we use it in our everyday life. Velala so many things we do without us liking it, and that drains our willpower. Family la we do so many things without us liking it, it drains our willpower. So how do you build this willpower is to just set aside the likes and dislikes a little bit so that the willpower grows and grows, and then you just do what has to be done. கடமை செய் பலனை எதிர்பார்க்காதே மூடுக்கு போயிட்டோம்னா then willpower grows. Will and energy are directly related to each other. That's why when we are low on energy, we don't have the willpower to make the right choices. So yeah.
Super. Any more questions, thoughts to be shared? Yeah, we have 5 minutes past, I think.
Was it useful or was it very
Definitely. I think we should reflect or react by giving our emojis, each of us.
Thank you.
If possible, that's a good way, at least visually.
Thank you. So
guys, I don't know how to do that. Which one to click?
Reaction.
Near the chat one, that's a react.
Some reaction. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, super. Thank you guys. Thank you.
1 minute. There's a ritual here. 1 minute. I'm stopping recording. 1 minute. First of all, thank you so much, Aruna. Let's all dwell into.
He's getting ready for the photo.
Yeah, photo. Maybe summing it up, I'm taking the liberty to say these things. Let us start being uncomfortable, being comfortable, being uncomfortable, right?
Absolutely.
Be it life, be it work, be it relationships, etc. Be honest, be open-minded, don't judge, etc. Okay, I'm stopping the recording.